I'm gonna try this again because apparently I had my air conditioning up so high because I'm wearing level 3 body armor that you couldn't hear my voice because all you heard was wah from the air conditioner. So I'm working the port tonight. Went to do some magnet fishing. Grabbed my magnet that I got from Harbor Freight. If you are considering getting that magnet, don't. You would have more fun lighting the $8 on fire and watching it burn than you will throwing a magnet into the water hoping to get something. You might as well just throw a cinder block tied to an end of a rope because you're going to retrieve about as much stuff as that magnet. So I'm going to be taking it back tomorrow, and I'm going to use the money because it was about 10 bucks, $8 after, you know, after discount. But I'm going to use the money to get 2 100-foot ropes with probably like the 300 or 400 pound strength ones, because I ordered a few neodymium magnets. I think I'm saying that right. I got an N50 with the countersink hole drilled into it, and I got an N48 with the countersink hole. I think that's what it was. One's round, one's square. I'm gonna make one like some of the other guys on YouTube. I'm gonna make one with the like little cage on it. I believe it was like U-bolts, and they mounted it to a cage. It's just, personally, that setup looks a little bulky, and I would be worried about it getting caught on stuff. That was the problem I had down here at the port. Is, you know, you got the seawall, which is iron, down on the sea floor, so you throw your magnet down there and it's catching on every 5 things, and you end up getting stuck because there's, you know, entire beams down there. So I'm worried that with all the bolts and the ends showing and everything, I'm going to try to figure out a more low profile way of doing it. The U-bolt idea is good because essentially you're creating a cage for the magnet, and from what research tells me, the neodymium magnets are fragile. So if you throw them in the water and you're dragging along and there's something large metal object, it's gonna snap towards that and it's gonna end up breaking the magnet because it's slamming into the metal. So make sure the air conditioner is off enough to where you can hear me. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, and I'm gonna try to build a magnet fishing pole. Had this idea. You take a adjustable pole similar to, let's say, a paintbrush pole, one that you can adjust for length, and at the end of it you put a neodymium magnet that has like the countersink hole, so you put the bolt in there and you mount it to it, and then you take a inspection camera, which is a small screen with like a handle on it with a long wire. It's like a fiber optic wire, long wire, and it's got a camera on the end of it, and you run that camera down along the pole down to where the magnet's at, and then you throw on the little LED light. I've got a bunch of these Surefire, you see that good, Surefire LED tack lights. I mean, they're super bright, and they mount this to the pole. You mount the turn it on, and you can see what you're aiming for down there, or at least as long as the water's not too filled with crap. So I'm gonna try that. So that'll be more for trying to pick up stuff around like a pier or around an area where, you know, where people are more likely to drop stuff like knives and pliers and Gerber tools and stuff like that. So I'm gonna build that for that purpose, and then I'm gonna have the one you toss out but I'm gonna try to get a couple different ones and try to see which one works the best, because today I had an issue. I threw it out first toss, first time ever doing this. I threw it out and it got caught on something. And so I'm sitting there like, I just paid $10 for this stupid thing and I'm gonna have to cut it and lose it to the river. But some fishermen were able to come by and they were able to pull it from the other direction, which unlodged it, and I was able to get it back. So if you're getting into this, and first lesson is, unless you know what's down there, don't just chuck it into the middle of the river, because you're probably going to get caught up on a branch or a, especially if you're using like the Harbor Freight ones, which is like, you know, essentially it's an anchor. That's all it is. It's an anchor. And it's going to get caught on something, and you're going to end up getting pissed off that you lost $10. So use it, you know, ones like that more for the dunking. You know, go down and try to pick up stuff. Because throwing it out there just isn't going to work. You're going to end up getting caught up and you're going to get pissed. Alright, so my stuff is on order. It'll probably be a month because most of it's coming from China. Once it gets here, I'm going to put stuff together. And I'm going to get some videos going. I've got 2 magnets from Amazon showing up tomorrow. They're similar in design to the Harbor Freight one. They're, from what I understand, they're the ceramic magnets with the steel, with the iron plates, but they're a wider footprint. They're probably going to be in the same boat as far as dunking it. Throwing it out and dragging it along the bottom is probably not going to work at all. So I'm going to take my boy out tomorrow and we're going to try it, and I'll see how it works. They're probably going to suck just like these Harbor Freight ones. Hopefully not as bad as the Harbor Freight ones, because the Harbor Freight ones are pretty bad. So I'll do a video review on those. I'll try to get some video of us doing our thing, because my camera phone just sucks. I got a new phone and it's horrible. I hate it. I want to go back to the iPhone so bad, but the company I'm currently going with doesn't have it. Anyway, ordered the SJ4000 action camera. That way I have an actual good camera. You know, I can mount it to my hat or something. That way I can, you know, you can see what I'm doing. But until next time.